Dame Dash is going to bed tonight in cold sweats, having a nightmare about Charlamagne the God and not knowing if his career would ever rebound from what Charlamagne the God just did to him on the Breakfast Club earlier today. Charlamagne the God gave Dame Dash Donkey of the Day earlier today, where he surgically dissected Dame Dash and woke up and revealed a lot of the character flaws about Dame Dash that a lot of us have been missing. And the reason why he decided to destroy Dame Dash earlier today is because of statements that Dame Dash made on this particular channel called The Point of View.
So when you watch a podcast, because usually a podcaster gets paid based on engagement, and that's where the CPMs come in. Yeah. So I'm curious if they're using programmatic, which is the technology that my network has, the new network. So I'm curious to know exactly what that means. But what you do notice, because you saw Charlamagne all of a sudden got that deal. Can you name someone that I have problems with that's not like corporately backed? It seems like as soon as someone's beefing with me, all of a sudden, they get a 200. So think about it, 50. Soon as Fredo, Cameron got with the corporate, he starts beefing. Before it was Jay, I think all of them.
The statement he didn't get to finish because it was so delusional, they began to laugh him out the room as he was beginning to utter it out of his mouth. He was starting to say, yo, is it a coincidence that anybody, they beef with me, they get $200 million? Right? Because he says $200 million as you hear him, but then, they're just laughing over him saying $200 million. Dame Dash believes that Charlamagne the God got $200 million from the corporate world because him and Charlamagne the God had an argument on the Breakfast Club. And Dame Dash believes that he's so important that they're now trying to position and prop Charlamagne the Gods up to destroy him as if Dame Dash isn't already destroyed. You see, again, Charlamagne the God has his flaws. He's not perfect. But ever since Charlamagne the God got this $200 million deal, we began to see a lot of people's asses, bruh. Right? We've seen Ebro and Rosenberg straight hating. They said, we would have got the $200 million if we were ready to sell out too. Cut it out, bro. Ain't nobody giving Ebro and Rosenberg $200 million. Now, Dame Dash is saying that Charlamagne the God got the $200 million because Charlamagne the God was beefing with him and the corporate world wanted to send him a lesson. Why would they want to teach you a lesson, bro? You think you are in bankruptcy court where they're selling your companies for $100 a pop. I don't care what the creative excuses you got for your companies being sold for $100, bro. You think that iHeartMedia made a $200 million investment to send you a message? Who do Dame Dash think he still is in 2025?
And I just think it's a humiliation ritual.
We better stop beefing.
Stop. It's a humiliation ritual that if you're going to get empowered by them, you got to go at me. And can you imagine if I ever was corporately told what to do, the trophy that would be for them? Y'all would never want to see them dangle me like a trophy. But the thing about what I didn't like and what's misleading about the Charlamagne situation is called what's it called? Black effect? Black effect, but it's owned by white people half. So what usually happens? You use someone black to go get all the talent from all the black people, allegedly. Yeah. It's powered by somebody white. They get all the data.
Listen, man, don't be like Dame Dash, bruh. You don't want to be on a podcast at 55 years old complaining about how the white man is trying to hold you down. Right, how it's the white man for? Oh man, the white man got people coming after me, bro. It's not the white man's fault. Dame Dash has been his own worst enemy his entire career. Dame Dash has ruined opportunities because he can't get out of his own way. But if you don't want to be like Dame Dash and you want to take your own financial security in your own hands and work for some money, then I got a best money play on the internet for you, bro. It's the app called the Free Cash Reward app. So this is an app where you go on and you play mini games, video games, and they pay you to play it. Now, you're not going to get rich off this app, but if you can use an extra $200 to $500, like a week, it's like low-key a part-time job, but you're playing games while you watch Netflix, while you watch YouTube, and it's fully transparent. You track exactly how much you're making as you make it, and they allow you to cash out, and it's completely free. Bro, click the link in my description to sign up or scan my QR code.
And that's the reason why he's the face for them to go get all of our culture. And that's what I see, and I knew it. And that's why I know that him in general is always trying to say something bad about me. The more bad you say to me, about me, if you've noticed, from Jay on down, even though he don't talk, but everybody around him, For some reason, they're always backed and patted on the back by corporate. And tell me one person that's not. So 50's getting patted on the back for being a good boy. Charlamagne, Jay, which now Cameron or Fredo, all as soon as Noriega, all of a sudden y'all against me. As soon as you get with them, is that an algorithm coincidence? But it may be arrogant, but I do feel they're like, yo, can you get rid of Dame?
I don't think it's arrogant.
Can you get rid of Dame? Can you? No.
I don't
I'll give you
think it's
5
arrogant.
years. If you can't, we're going to give the money to somebody else. That's what it looks like.
I'm just a logical person, man. Wouldn't there be easier ways to get rid of Dame Dash if you're iHeartMedia? Outside of spending $200 million of your hard-earned money, wouldn't there be easier ways? Like, I don't know, going up and purchasing all of Dame Dash Company for $100 a pop while he's in bankruptcy. Wouldn't that be the case? All right, Dame Dash has a lot of people who he owes money to. Right? Couldn't you just come in and purchase everything Dame Dash owns? Yo, you could literally buy Dame Dash, the person and a name, for $200 million. What? It doesn't make sense at all. Now, listen, I'm not here to litigate whether or not Charlamagne the God is right for having a corporate backing. I don't care, bro. I don't find no problem with it. Right? Like, Charlamagne the God is doing a lot of good for Black-owned businesses and Black-owned podcasting. Like, if you guys don't know how the Black Effect Network works, is if you have 100 podcasts and they each are doing 10 views, well, a podcast doing 10 views probably can't get a sponsorship, right? Probably can't make any money. But how it works is because they're on a network, the network says, yo, we have 100 podcasts, they each do 10 views, but we have a podcast network that does 1,000 views a week. Networks, oh, really? Sponsorship money goes in because they are presenting the collective number instead of the individual number. And when that money comes in, they divide up the split among everybody else. All right, they divide up the split among the smaller podcasts. That's how that works. So Charlamagne the God is doing a lot of good for small podcasters and getting them paid. What is Dame Dash doing? Yo, during this same episode, during the same interview, Dame Dash began to tell these Black women, hey, he wants to come in and be an executive producer and take them to the moon and make them way bigger than like what they currently are. Like a snake oilsman. He is literally pitching himself to take over these people's show as if he has something to offer. Yo, if Dame Dash can make you big in 2026, then why can't Dame Dash make whatever he's doing big? Why is Dame Dash YouTube channel not big? Why don't Dame Dash have any popping movies out right now? Why don't Dame Dash take that little artist he just signed, that little Japanese whatever chick, bruh, who he had dissing 50 and like others? Why don't she got no Billboard hits? So Charlamagne the God is doing the work. Dame Dash is talking as if he does the work. That's the difference.
I think it speaks to the light that is on your life and the call that you have for the weight of the word that you actually carry. And that is why my consistent desire and hope is that you are more digestible because you have a big word on your back and you gotta share it.
You know what? That was very eloquent.
Thank you.
Would you mind if I'm the executive producer of this show?
Not if you're coming to take over the whole show.
Yeah, we're not doing
It's
it.
time to talk. You gonna write us into the script?
When I come through, it's my show with you.
Okay.
But every other day, it's all you.
Okay. That's fine.
You mind
We
if
can
I'm-
take
and,
that.
and I promise you that the second I get here, I will expand your brand in ways in light speed like you've never seen before.
All right,
and,
thank you, Dave.
and then you will understand what real power is.
You see how these people, you see how they do their own, bruh? Do you see how we do our own, bruh? Dame Dash just talked for 5 to 10 minutes about how he been blackballed by the people in real power, the infrastructure, iHeartMedia, others. They have blackballed him. He claims they're even giving people $200 million to put their boot on his neck. And then on the other side of his mouth, he's telling a group of young Black women who have a podcast, who are on the up and come up, who right now got no smut on their name, got no damage to their brand. Instead of Dame Dash telling them, hey, listen, man, you need some advice, hit me up, I got you. Let me be your executive producer. I can take this to the moon. they would be foolish to take him up on that offer. That man just told you the powers that be has blackballed him. This is the quickest way to get your own podcast banned. And Dame understands it. Dame understands he can't take these folks' podcasts to the moon because if he could, his own podcast will go to the moon. His channel will go to the moon. Things he got going on will go to the moon. His movies will go to the moon. Nothing has gone to the moon, according to him, because the real power has been blackballing him. So if you have no relationships you can leverage, what are you going to do for them besides attach your name to this and bring it to the dirt? Charlamagne got wind of this, and he went scorched earth on Dame Dash when he responded on the Breakfast Club.
Extremely sad part of what Dame just said is that he believes it. Okay, he believes it because he's a textbook narcissist, and narcissists consistently make everything about themselves because they have an inflated sense of self-importance and a constant need for attention and validation. Dame, listen, you really think people are sitting around in corporate boardrooms plotting on ways to stop you? Nobody has to do that because Dame Dash's biggest obstacle will always be Dame Dash, okay? Nobody gets in Dame Dash's way more than Dame. Dame, I'm going to promise you something right here, right now. I'm not talking about you no more, okay? Ever. All right, because I don't want to feed your ego. And when I talk about shedding, that's something I want us all to do. I don't want that Dash, aka Boss Baby, throwing any tantrums because of me. Okay, so that is something I will be shedding. All right, while we are still in the year of the snake. I also don't understand brothers like Dame, because Dame, you got all the money with corporate America back in your day. Okay, when it was your turn, you got checks from Def Jam, you had Rockaway, you had Armadale Vodka, you had Pro Keds, you had the Rock Box, you had all kind of stuff. How come when you was getting your money from corporate America, it was all good, but every black man after you has to be getting it through some type of nefarious means and getting it because they come at you? So should we assume, based off your logic, the only reason you was getting paid back in the day was because you was doing some BS? I just don't understand the logic, okay? And when you had Rockefeller and you was partnered with artists, okay, just like I'm partnered with podcasts on Black Effect, and you was partnered with Def Jam and Universal, weren't you partnered with white folks? Was you selling our culture then? The logic doesn't even add up, but I guess it's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when other black men do it. But I will say this, that Dash, if you believe that people are rewarded because they go back and forth with you or have issues with you, then you need to get with some other brothers who have ties with corporate and stage some beefs, okay? So they can get paid and then give you a kickback. In fact, for everyone who believes this nonsense, because there is some people out here that will believe this, they'll believe this foolishness that Dame Dash is spewing. Well, let's test the theory. Okay, go to Dame Dash's Instagram. All right, let's have a little petty party.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Stop. This is a teachable moment. Okay, this is not recklessness.
Okay.
Go to Dame Dash's Instagram at Dusko Poppington. Go to Dame's Twitter. Go to Dame's YouTube, the American New Network, and start a beef with him. Okay, leave a comment. Say F you, Dash. And let's see if you get a check. All right, based off Dame's logic, just start a beef with him and then you'll get paid. Let's try the theory out. Let's get a lot of people paid today. See who he goes back and forth with and see if they get a check.
Obviously, I can't play the entire segment, but it gets worse. Even towards the end, they talked about the possibility that Charlamagne the God might have been the one who bought like Dame Dash company. He didn't like confirm it nor deny it, so who knows, right? Like what element is there? But what I can tell you, man, just from my perspective, Dame Dash is an old hater and is not funny and is not cool anymore, right? When it was Dame Dash getting all the corporate relationships, he was fine with it, right? When it was Dame Dash who the corporations wanted to work with because he had the sauce, he was fine with it. But the minute he burnt all his bridges with the corporations, now he talks down upon anybody who gets the corporate money. Right? He went to the Breakfast Club, talked down upon Charlamagne God and them for having jobs, radio jobs. Charlamagne God just signed for $200 million. I don't know about y'all, bro. Like, boss culture got y'all minds effed up. I'd much rather be Charlamagne the God with $200 million than a boss who's in bankruptcy with a company that's selling for $100. I'm sorry, bro. Give me the 200 M's and call me a sellout, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, bro? And if you're still watching this video and want to watch another good video, click on this video right here to find out how Jim Jones is crashing out badly after being exposed by 50 Cent. I'm going to see you guys in this video here somewhere on my screen. If you enjoyed this video, liking and subscribing help, but also sending the hype to this video is the best way to push this video in the algorithm. So if you can afford it, I really appreciate it. Send a hype to this video, okay? I'm going to see you guys in this video right here. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.